COVID-19, how do you see that impacted real estate? You mentioned training moving virtually. Any other impacts as a result of
Well,
COVID-19?
at least right now, we're seeing that the restrictions are being lifted. We're adapting to the new restrictions where masks are now optional in the state of Rhode Island. So, where we continue to navigate it, changed so quickly just in the past couple of weeks. But what we did learn, especially in 2020, was the ability to be remote. You look at this is being done, this conversation is being done through Zoom, right? People resisted technology, agents, clients, the video in general. And, this past year, everybody was forced to do it. We have some of our admin team that are remote, some that are in-house. What we did learn is how productive and how effective we can be virtually. So, where is it heading? I think, people are more mindful of their surroundings. And I think many people who put their desire to move in a stall position are now starting to say, you know what, I think it's time to move, and they're taking advantage of the market. We had one of the busiest years ever last year. Our company did over 2,300 transactions last year. And, it was really busy in a year that you thought that everybody was hunkering down and not moving. It continued. Now, as we evolve, people are finding their place.
Dean, you were a practicing agent for quite a while. What advice do you give to agents that join Homesmart to build their business?
Advice as an agent, I think the key to any successful career is to focus on the client, and the money will follow. That's my number one recommendation. And also caring. I think the key to success in real estate, it's people lose sight of it. They think we're in sales. We're not in sales. We are business owners. Any realtor, any practicing licensee is a business owner. They're running a business, building a career that is in the customer service industry. They think they're in sales. So in the customer service industry, they just happen to be working with buyers and sellers of real estate. So the consumer truly doesn't care how much you know, and you've heard the expression, they don't care how much you know until they know that you care. And, I say we can teach anybody anything they need to know about building a career in real estate, servicing consumers, but we can't teach them how to care. That's personal, that's inherent. So ultimately they need to come with caring, lead with caring.
So real estate agent, let's say they move from Texas to Rhode Island. They don't know a soul. And they say, Dean, how do I get my first few customers so I can share with them how much I care? What's the tackling and blocking to get some clients?
Great question, because that is going to come down. If you don't have a sphere of influence, our baseline education is to teach people how to build their business through their sphere of influence, because too many people go out and they buy leads and they just start prospecting and cold calling, and they lose sight of that personal sphere of influence that they have, that they really can capitalize on. In that example you mentioned, Chris, folks who don't have a sphere of influence, there are opportunities to purchase leads. There are a lot of resources to do things like that. And ultimately getting out there to places now that we can get back out there. Last year, I might not have been able to advise this, right? But networking, getting out there in public, creating new contacts, creating relationships, because at the end of the day, at least in our market, and I think in most, people want a relationship. They want to work with somebody that they can relate to, that they can communicate with, and they feel comfortable with. So, you can go out and buy leads, you can go out and do open houses, what have you, but it's the relationship that's going to fuel that business long term.